Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm assuming everyone has read the title. Alright, cool. In this video, I'm giving a complete overview about basically everything important there is to know about Illagers. Just in case you didn't have time to study the wiki articles, no problem, I did it for you. I know I've already done a quick overview in my ranking of every hostile mob video, but I thought I'd do a more in-depth video on Illagers, just for fun. As a quick note, I am only doing Illagers that are in vanilla Minecraft, not Dungeons or Legends, as is typical. It will be done in alphabetical order, and anyhow, let us begin. Illagers are a mob in Minecraft known to look a lot similar to the mob villager. Some people like to refer to them as the evil opposite to the peaceful villagers, with their long schnoz and bald head. The only notable difference is villagers are more human-colored, and Illagers are kind of gray, with the exception being witches. Also, villagers have unibrows, whilst Illagers have a sort of evil-looking eyebrows. Why don't we go ahead and start off with everything about Evokers. Number 1. Evokers are a fairly uncommon mob that are found in woodland mansions as well as in raids, like every other Illager. They will not respawn after being slain by the player. During raids, they can spawn as raid captains or in hard difficulty riding Ravagers. Evokers are the only mob which drop a certain item called the Totem of Undying, which, if you don't know, is an item that when held, if the player happens to succumb to injuries, will save the player and leave them with half a health point. It removes all potion effects and gives the player regeneration 2, fire resistance, and absorption 2, which comes in very handy while playing hardcore. Other drops the Evoker has are 0 to 1 emeralds, an ominous banner if they were a raid captain, and 10 XP if killed by a player or pooch. Evokers have 24 health and 2 different attacks, the first being the Fang attack, which makes the Evoker raise his hands into the air and spawn purple potion effect particles, that then summons 16 large fangs that come out of the ground and bite the player, and it does 6 damage. The Evoker can only perform this attack on opaque blocks, meaning it cannot happen on a block like water. The second attack is Summoning, which makes the Evoker throw its hands into the air, and this time it spawns white potion effects. It summons 3 of another Illager type called the Vex, and that does varying amounts of damage since it is another mob, but they do 9 damage per hit. Wow! Other Illagers are immune to Evoker Fangs. Evokers can also do combo attacks. When the player attacks while the Evoker is summoning, they will spawn some chompers. Evokers will attack any player, adult villager, wandering trader, snow golem, and iron golem within a 12-block radius. They also move at the player's sprint speed. Yippee! Another fun thing about Evokers is they have a thing called the sheep conversion spell. When mob griefing is set to on, they can spawn orange potion effects, and it changes the color of any blue-dyed sheep to red, while making a, quote, woo-loo-loo sound. They also have an achievement attached to them, which is the Feeling Ill achievement when the Evoker is slain. Up next, in number 2, we have the Illusioner. Surprising, right? I've never seen this mob, what the heck? Believe it or not, it is technically in the game. A lot like the Giant, it does not have a spawn egg and does not generate in the world naturally, and can only be summoned by commands. The Illusioner is a type of Illager that sports a bow and a kick-ass blue robe. The Illusioner has 32 health and attacks by using illusions, one that creates duplicates of itself and gives itself the invisibility effect after spawning blue potion effects, and one that blinds their opponent for 20 seconds and spawns black potion effects. They attempt to maintain a distance between itself and its opponent and will back away if it believes the target is too close. They will attack adult villagers, players, snow golems, iron golems, as well as wandering traders within a 16 by 16 area. When killed, the Illusioner can drop its bow or an ominous banner if it was a raid captain. If it is spawned near a raid, it will join in. Some fun facts. The Illusioner is the only mob that can see their target through walls, and it has very high chances of being officially added to the game, the feature alluded to by Jens. In number 3, we have the not-so-beloved Pillager. Pillagers are an interesting mob. They can be found in pillager outposts, in raids, and also wandering around your world in something called a patrol. Patrols will happen when 5.5 in-game days have passed. They will spawn 24 to 48 blocks away from a player at a light level less than 9. 1 to 5 pillagers will spawn in a patrol with one being dubbed the captain. In raids, they can also spawn riding a ravager. They can drop 0 to 2 arrows and have an 8.5% chance of dropping their crossbow. If they were a captain, they will drop an ominous banner and have a chance to drop an ominous bottle, which gives the bad omen effect. They also drop 5 XP when killed by a player or dog. When equipped with their bow, they are hostile towards adult villagers, players, snow golems, and iron golems. However, they are passive when/if their crossbow breaks. If the player has invisibility, the pillager can still see the player. Pillagers will hunt down targets for 64 blocks and will attack by shooting a crossbow from a range of 16. Pillagers move at a fairly slow speed when wandering and reloading, and will hold their crossbow at a point whether loaded or not. When in a patrol, pillagers will follow their captain and will wait until their target has entered a range of 10 blocks to load their bows and attack. When in a raid, pillagers can equip ominous banners. Something I find cool is pillagers can shoot firework arrows if you give them some commands. These dudes also have an achievement attached to them, being the Voluntary Exile achievement for killing a raid captain. Here we are halfway through with the Ravager. These big weird things are definitely an interesting addition to the game. Ravagers only spawn with other Illagers in raids, and not in woodland mansions or anywhere else. These dudes attack by biting, and it's kinda terrifying. They will attack adult villagers, players, iron golems, and wandering traders. They have 100 health and do 12 damage per chomp. They can also be stunned by a shield, but when they refocus, they will roar and fling everything around them, including players, while also doing 6 damage. Ouch. Other Illagers flung by the roar will take fall damage. When slain, this ridiculous beast drops a saddle and 20 XP, being one of the 2 non-boss mobs that drop that much. They will attack any villager, player, wandering trader, or iron golem in a 32 block radius. Something else they can do is ram into targets and do 5 knockback. When seeing iron golems and villagers, ravagers will prioritize attacking the villager. They will also break certain blocks around them when charging, like plants and fragile blocks similar to that. A fun fact about these things is they used to be called Illager beasts. They were renamed in version 19W05A. They are also referred to as a spicy cow. This fella is also one with an achievement. It gets the achievement, Kill the Beast, when it is slain by a player. We've made it to a full work week. At number 5 we have the Vex. Vexes are a rather annoying little mob that is only spawned as part of the Evoker's summon attack, meaning they can be found in raids as well as at woodland mansions. The Vex is a flying mob that has 14 health, flies, and sports an iron sword. They attack by smacking with their little sword, dealing a whole 9 damage. When they attack, they glow red. As a little bonus, they also try to go for the back of a person to evade shields. A lot for a little tiny body. Although the Vex does not spawn naturally, unlike the Illusioner, the Vex does have a spawn egg. When killed, they drop 5 XP. They will attack players, adult villagers, wandering traders, and iron golems, or any mob that attacks the Evoker that summon them. Vexes can pass through any block, including bedrock. When they are summoned by an Evoker, they start to slowly die after around 30 to 119 seconds. A lot like a mosquito. Ew. Here we have number 6, the Vindicator. One could argue that this is the most villager-looking Illager. This guy is found at woodland mansions and raids like the Evoker. He sports an iron axe and runs full speed towards any target, so get running. Like the Evoker, this guy does not respawn after it is slain. A fun little detail is that while most of them are hostile, they are occasionally neutral until attacked. Mobs they are hostile towards include players, adult villagers, iron golems, and wandering traders. They have 24 health and do 13 damage. Vindicators can be raid captains. When killed, they drop 0 to 1 emeralds, and they have an 8.5% chance of dropping their axe. And when they do drop, they will drop an ominous banner if equipped with one. They will also drop 5 XP. While chilling out, this guy just crosses his arms, and when he sets his eyes on you, wham! Axe time, full spray. They can also break doors and open them. If he's got no axe, he throws his arms in the air like he just don't care. A very fun fact about these things is if you name them Johnny with a name tag, they will become hostile to pretty much every mob excluding a few. Every hostile or neutral mob will in turn try to attack the Vindicator except for one being the Ender Dragon. Lastly, in number 7 we have the Witch. Now, technically this one is not an Illager, but shush. She has 26 hearts and deals a variety of attacks with her splash potion effects. The Witch will spawn on any opaque block at a light level of 0 and in swamp huts alongside a black cat, minus mushroom fields and deep dark biomes, and in raids, or if lightning strikes near a villager. Witches have the highest loot pool of any mob, being able to drop a stick, glass bottle, glowstone dust, redstone dust, spider eye, or gunpowder. And the witch has an 8.5% chance of dropping a potion if they are killed while drinking one. A witch will hunt down a target within 16 blocks and will throw splash potions of slowness, harming, and poison to attack. She will throw slowness if the player is 8 to 10 blocks away, and will then throw harming or poison. She can also throw weakness potions. She also has a variety of potions to keep herself alive, unfortunately, like water breathing, healing, fire resistance, or swiftness. Witches are hostile towards players, villagers, iron golems, and wandering traders. Anyhow, that's my overview. If I missed anything, feel free to add down below in the comments. I would love to learn. I love learning. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you return. Please return. Come back. Come be my friend. Anyway, yay. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.